how to get through all day meetings without having to rely on coffee to get you that clear brain and have the motivation and drive to be very productive and prove yourself as a leader in those meetings. Is what we are going to dive deep into today. So my name is Andy Clark. I am the wife of a police officer, and I work with first responders all over North America, UK, Australia. I help you optimize your body so that you're able to sleep, be calm, have motivation and drive, and really be able to thrive in your career and work through promotions and working your way up through the ranks in your service. And how I do that is by diving into your stress system, of which we're going to get into today when we're talking about coffee. So we all know coffee and first responders go hand in hand. I mean, how many fire guys have created businesses that sell coffee, or when they retired, they open up coffee shops. This is a huge part of the culture. For those of you in the UK, it's tea. And I want you to know, full on, I'm not telling you to stop drinking coffee at all. For those of you that know me, know that I don't dictate what you should and shouldn't eat, drink, do whatever. My job is really to teach you what your stress system does and when it's good to have things and when it's not, in order to really optimize yourself for what is coming in that particular day for you. So in a meeting, you may find that you're struggling to focus, or you may struggle to remember things. So you're either writing a lot of things down, but even though you get to that afterwards, you may not remember what you wrote down. And a lot of this is important because you need to bring a lot of what was talked about into your team. You need to implement things, a lot of it's protocols, all kinds of things that you need to be on high alert. And those that are able to really implement are the ones that are able to really excel in their job. So what does coffee have to do any of this? In your stress system, every time that you have a stress response, your body sends out cortisol, which is your stress energy hormone. And over time, because a lot of the stress is when you're in meetings, when you're leading your team, but you're not physically being active and getting rid of this stress hormone, then your body has to find a way to dump it and clean it up. So it just keeps sending it out, cleaning it up. Every time you're in a meeting, every time you're leading your team, stuff happening at home, pushing yourself on shifts, long hours, all kinds of stressors that happen in your job. Your body is continually pushing at this cortisol, pulling it back, pushing at cortisol, pulling it, and then cleaning it up. And over time, your brain says, what the heck are we doing? This is absolutely ridiculous. Why are we even sending out all of this cortisol, this energy hormone? So it stops sending it out, or it decreases it. It lowers it over time. And what happens is you start waking up absolutely exhausted with no energy to get through your day. When you have a coffee or an energy drink, it gives you a hit of caffeine. It pushes your cortisol. So it sends a signal to your brain, hey, we need more cortisol. Cortisol increases in your body. What happens, though, is that your body says, I thought we turned down this cortisol. So maybe we should lower it a little bit more so that you're not sending out as much. And then you go and you have another coffee, and your coffee maybe brings you up to here. And your body's like, I thought I lowered that. Let's lower it more. So you keep getting a little boost from that coffee. In the start of your career, you probably got a bigger boost. You get a big boost from that coffee. It would give you that adrenaline rush, that motivation and drive. You'd be able to forward think you could solve every problem. You were good to go. But over time, your energy was starting to be here and here and here. So you're down here and you're giving yourself that hit. You're only bringing yourself to here. But over time, this coffee doesn't even have an effect. So I'm really curious for those of you watching, first off, how many coffees do you have a shift? No judgment at all from me, because I know that you are doing everything that you can to get through your shift, get through your meetings. Absolutely no judgment. How many coffees do you have? And how much energy does it give you? When you started, did one coffee give you more of an energy hit than all of those coffees you're drinking now? So it's really interesting that we get into the cycle and our brain is a complete caveman brain still when it comes to our stress system. And it's like, ooh, I need more energy because we're so low. It doesn't compute that it's lower to where you can actually function and you can't think. So you start getting cravings. Your body wants the fastest thing. So it's either going to be coffee, caffeine, energy drinks, it'll be sugar or carbs. So we see a lot of sugar and carb cravings. Sorry. A lot of sugar and carb cravings. We see a lot of where coffee, energy drinks, guys would be like, yeah, I could have 3-4 energy drinks now and they don't do anything for me. Or I could have energy drinks and fall asleep, no problem. And that is because your cortisol, energy waking hormone, is not even getting high enough from any of those energy drinks or coffees or anything that you're able to sleep. Because normally when you have extra cortisol in that frontal lobe of your brain, that's when your body can't shut off. That's when you get those tired and wired thoughts, is from too much cortisol in the frontal lobe of your brain. So with coffees, the more coffee that you drink, as much as at the moment you feel that it is helping you get through your shift, that it is helping you get through your meetings, it's actually having the opposite effect. So I'm not telling you to just cold turkey cut it out. There are withdrawal symptoms, headaches, all of that crap that goes on with it that is horrible. One thing that we do in the program is make sure that you are hydrating enough. So every cup of coffee as well depletes 2 cups of water in your body. Your body is already 60% water. And with that, if you're not getting enough water already, and then you have a coffee, you're depleting it by even 2 more cups, which produces brain fog, exhaustion, low motivation, and drive. So depending on where your stress system is, I'm going to put this out there because this is not going to work for everybody. This is going to give you an indicator as to where your stress system is. Increase your water. Go get a water tracking app on your phone. They're free all over. I think Apple has one on their phone. Android, just go into Google Play or Google Apps and just search for a water tracking app. Start tracking your water. Every time you have a coffee, drink 2 more cups of water on top of what your daily requirement is. That is going to help you have more motivation and drive, more clarity, more focus, remember things better than having the coffee. So try that out. Let's see how it works on you. We have some that it works amazing on at the start of the program. And then a stress hits and it pushes down on them again, and it's not enough because their stress bucket is too taxed. Some people find it works great. Most people find that it gets them that edge, but they still need a lot more work on other things going. But this is a really, really, really good test for you to see where your stress system is and how much coffee was affecting your cortisol levels. Okay, so your action step from today is to start to decrease your coffee as much as you can. Probably better to start planning it on like your last day off and then into your days off so that you can start detoxing on your day off because you're going to feel like crap. Drink tons and tons and tons of water. Get a water tracking app to tell you how much you should be taking. And every cup of coffee, 2 extra cups of water on top of that. Oh, sorry, for the Americans, that's 16 ounces. 2 cups, 16 ounces. So an extra 16 ounces for every single cup of coffee, regular cup, not your big monster cups. That would be like 4 extra cups of water that you would have. So if you want to have coffee, what do? If so, there's different things, different strategies. If you still feel that you really want one on shift, make sure you're substituting it with 16 ounces for a normal coffee, like a normal mug, those the mugs that we have in our kitchen, that size. So it'd be like 8 ounces, 8, 10, 12 ounces. That's it. Anything more than that, you need to increase your water. We get others too that they stop drinking it on shift. They're totally fine with it, but they miss the times where everybody would go out and have a coffee and chat. And that's where we just would switch it out sometimes for, they would just switch it out for a tea, for a decaf tea, not a caffeinated tea. So switch it out for a decaf tea, or they actually really just enjoy sitting with a paper in the morning on their days off and reading it with a cup of coffee. That's when we switch them to another type of a drink that's healthier. We have a whole bunch of different options that we give in the program. Some are gut healing. Some are actually coffee substitutes that are very healthy. There's all kinds of different ones that we do. So it really depends on what you're looking for. So we can substitute for something, or you can choose to just increase your water intake on that day and absolutely enjoy it in your morning. It's 100% up to you as to how you want to do this. But if you want to really get the most to optimize yourself during your meetings, cut out the coffee on your meeting days and substitute it for water. Keep drinking water. And you will find a huge difference. Let me know how it goes. Email us, support@911lifestyle.com. And any questions you have and updates. I would really love to know how this works for you.